Maya nodded at Peter's comment. We also get to see more of this place. I still can't believe how big this world is. Based on what chat has said in the past, we haven't even been to locations that those watching us are based. Kate pointed out, I mean, we've been to several cities and towns already due to the jobs we take up. James thought about the implications of Kate's words. Though they never thought about the scale of the world they trained inside, the fact that they hadn't encountered other adventurers in the other underground cities meant that the simulation likely mimicked the real world. I'm glad that we aren't in one of those underground cities where only a single person discovered. Kate continued, Don't you remember that one adventurer that dreamed and talked about being by himself? Have any of you checked out if they were still streaming? She asked not only them, but also those in chat watching them. Raising his bracelet to look at chat on the monitor, he could see that not everyone knew the person they were talking about. A few comments went by saying that they knew who it was. I guess he's still alive, Adam commented callously, not seeming to have any empathy for the adventurer by themselves in the underground city. We got fortunate, finding an underground city that was filled with people, Maya said. Compared to where I grew up, this place is several times larger. Though, it's been a while since we left the simulation. James and his group had focused only on the simulated world, not bothering to leave and return to the real world. Though the technology of the city was nice, it felt like they were wasting time. The problem was the tasks that could be completed in a day weren't high paying in guild points. Instead of taking on the longer jobs, many adventurers would just take requests that were less than a day to complete. Then, after finishing, they'd head back. A lot of the earnings would go towards renting a room in one of the hotel buildings the Adventurer Guild had available. Hey, Maya spoke up to the group. Tabling the thoughts in his mind, James looked to Maya. What's up? Is it just me? Or did the woods get really quiet all of a sudden? Maya slowly looked around them. The moment Maya pointed out the silence around them, James realized that it had been a while since he remembered seeing any forest creatures. What made the situation worse was how the sun was beginning to set. In hopes of saving time, they were planning on not stopping and keep walking to the city. Staying in the forest any longer than necessary wasn't a good idea, considering that all their efforts would be pointless if they were to perish. Everyone check your surroundings. We're going to keep moving forward. But it's important that nothing surprises us, James ordered the rest of them. Sorry, but we'll need to focus on our surroundings, so we won't be able to interact with you much, James said to the camera, addressing chat about what was happening. He quickly eyed chat to see what they were saying and saw a string of, your safety is more important, and don't worry about us. He could even feel his bracelet constantly buzzing as there was a flood of donations being made. Seeing chat being so understanding and supportive made him appreciate them. Likely being active adventurers themselves, each of the viewers understood how dangerous their situation was. At the same time, valuable information was being shared with those who didn't have such experience. Taking a deep breath, James kept moving forward with the group. James didn't take out his daggers from their sheaths as they quickly made their way through the forest. The nice thing about daggers was how easy they were able to be ready for combat. Instead of his weapons, as he searched for any signs of monsters, James was more concerned about how they'd be fighting in the dark soon as the sun went down.